Hello, welcome all. I had to get up quite early tomorrow, so I decided this would be a good chance to do some of the extras in Hero of Law, the Ocarina of Time Phoenix Wright crossover ROM hack. It's really a crossover. It's a very Phoenix Wright inspired game in the world of Ocarina of Time. But yeah, there was some extra content in the game, some of which is unlocked by the transfer pack, which is a way to connect Nintendo 64 and Game Boy together. I think it's only used in Pokemon Stadium games, but it might be used in some other games. But this ROM hack made very commendable effort to use every single Nintendo 64 peripheral. Like it supports the mouse, it supports the what's it called? The voice module. But that can't be emulated by my current emulator. And I'm not sure how to test the mouse. Maybe it just works if I click the screen. Anyway, that's besides the point, because the point is trying out the extra modes. I'm a little bit worried about the Game Boy connections, because one of the devs mentioned last time, who graciously visited the stream, that I think there's hints in the manual, but maybe I misremember it. Because the manual says that there's hints in a game, I think. But the first extra scene is unlocked without any finagling with the transfer pack. It's meanwhile somewhere else. Super Talon game? Oh, now Talon is actually the Mario he was always destined to be. Alright, I've heard about Dash, Ocarina of Time, and I mentioned it a couple of times, being built on Mario 64 engine. But I never managed to see like it taken back to platforming, especially 2D platforming. It feels a little stiff, but pretty okay. Like it jumps really high, so yeah, you can make adjustments easily. Is there a wall jump? That has to be for me to get past here. Okay, let's try to do it. Okay, it's not the wall kick from Mario 64. They didn't just use that code. I feel like this code is custom built for this. Like you hold against the wall and then you jump. There's a little bit of delay to it. But it doesn't require as much timing as Mario 64 wall jump or wall kick. And that's the reason why I always had trouble with it. As you may have seen. We got his mushroom and now he's really high. Wow, I really needed one of those. Thanks. In return, I'll tell you about the secret I've heard. Supposedly. There's a game with the giant egg in which you can become a criminal. Okay, it's that's a very good hint for the game I'm supposed to connect. Not a surprise it's a Zelda game, or a Thief game. And the pair of games with climate change and time travel. Yeah. Okay, I should have pre-downloaded. I mean, I should have dug those out from my pile of every Game Boy game that I own. They say that extras can be unlocked by connecting them on the title screen using a certain accessory. That I set up. Hopefully it works. No, I don't know what that means, but I'm sure, you know, you can figure it out. See ya. This wasn't long. I think the point was to point you towards the connections. Alright, I need a bit of time for finding them. Let's see if this pile has them. Vim's pile. I think there was some problem with Nintendo games and this pile of cards. Let's see, Game Boy. Game Boy, there we go. Oh, here's Link's Awakening. Let's get that one. The black and white version, which is not the version I played as a kid. My first Game Boy was Game Boy Color, and I played the deluxe version with colors and some overpowered equipment, but it's not that it's like a really hard game in the first place. I'll find a good place to put this. Where's my transfer pack? Sorry, just a minute. It's a revision 2. Hopefully this one works. And then I'm gonna unzip my cartridge. Okay, that's getting old. Why do I have a zip file called boring.zip here? That's strange. I don't think I ever named the zip file that. So you're right, and then I think I just need to connect it, which I practiced a little bit, but to be honest, I didn't test it with anything really. Put here into controller pack, make it the transfer pack, select. Oh, shit's in the wrong folder. That place. Link's Awakening. Will it work? Will it work? We'll see soon. No save data? I don't think that's the problem. So hopefully that unlocks something. Extra 3, Turnabout Thief. Turnabout is like a whole case. I doubt it's like a full-length case. But is it actually like putting the thief link to court? I would appreciate a little bit more if thief was in all caps, but like I mean, I can't really ask very much more out of this. Like, this is an insane amount of content for this ROM hack. Case contains spoilers for Link's Awakening. You have been warned. Hero Law has been completed, so it doesn't matter if it's overwritten. Case works best if Link is a thief in your Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening save file. Should I do it? Like, how early can you steal something? Pretty early, right? But I just said I need to get up early tomorrow. I'm really sorry. I'll try doing this without. I have no idea how long this will take, all in all. It is there. Yeah, let's use the defaults. Or is it me like not prosecuting, defending Link as Link? Although I could have just named the save file Thief. That might have been the best. June 6th. 6th, yeah, exactly that date. Nobody's here. I don't think court is in session. Phew, made it in time, I guess. Still no clue why on earth they called me in here at this ungodly hour. You! Yes, me. Oh, they meet again. I don't like being woken up at 2 AM either, believe me. So lawyers had to go to work in the middle of the night if somebody did a crime. Did you know that? I guess in Hyrule at least. I really hope that old fool has a good explanation for this. Old fool? You mean the judge? Ah, I see you are both already here. Splendid. I hope this wasn't too much of an inconvenience for you. I love waking up in the middle of the night. Actually, 2 AM is closer to the time I go to sleep than wake up. So I guess it wouldn't be too bad. That remains to be seen. What could possibly be so important about this burglary case as to warrant this kind of urgency? I assume it's gonna be like Child Link Sprite? Case, we're doing a trial? You mean you haven't been told, Defense? Oh dear, my apologies. I suppose I did order the soldiers not to tell anyone about what happened. They must have interpreted that a bit too literally. But that's fine. Secrecy is paramount here. Yes, having an entire entourage of Hylian soldiers arriving at the Gyarados fortress in the middle of the night was a pinnacle of stealth. No one knows. It's a secret to everybody. Oh, he's doing memes now. By the way, I read in the Hylian script, which does look a little bit like katakana when you look at it very closely. Like the hold up is, it says matta, and then objection says igiari, which now I know, like it's, I can see it there. So, yeah, they follow the Japanese calls, and I read on the ROM hack site that if you use the voice module, is the voice module the right word for it? Like voice module Brothers voice. Anyway, the microphone, 164, you can shout either objection or igiari, both work. Now, wait a moment, I can't just defend someone off the cuff like this. Like, I wonder how hard it was to add voice commands to the Ocarina of Time ROM. That'd be incredibly unfair to defendants. Oh, doubting your skills? As much as I like to agree with you, defense, we have no choice in the matter. This trial must happen this very moment. Like, are they usually in this much of a hurry? Well, get on with it then, old man. What is this about? Right, yes, of course. Let me start from the beginning. It really isn't that complex, it really is the thievery case as a Link's Awakening. It's just you deciding to be a cheap criminal and get something for free. A few hours ago, I was finishing my daily ablutions. Ablutions? When a great light appeared within my chambers. This sounds different. It was like nothing I'd ever seen before. The night literally became day before my very eyes. And that wasn't all. People started to come out of the light. I was shaken with fear. One of those people claimed to be the goddess herself, Hylia. Okay, this is an unexpected connection. What? So he just had like a divine revelation. I know, believe me, I was as flabbergasted as you are. Hello, Duck. The goddess proceeded to explain that in another world, one of her chosen heroes had been severely punished for committing some terrible deed. Yeah, he died, and his name was changed against his will. That's quite the punishment. She decided that someone else should determine whether this punishment was just or not, to ensure her own biases would not affect the outcome. That's very fair of her. Our own world was chosen as the best candidate to make this judgment. Yeah, the hero of law is here, so that makes sense, I guess. It actually does. Okay. This is a joke, right? There's no way any of this is true. This is insane. I said that about this ROM hack before. Yes, it seems the judge has completely lost his marbles. Clearly his age has finally caught up to him. I will be filing appropriate notice as soon as I can. I love to say this about any old people. At the very least, we can both get back to sleep quickly. That is true. Okay, they agree. Oh, I believe I know of just the way to convince you two. Soldiers, please call in the defendant. The defendant? What the? No, it's custom Link. It's not young or old Link or adult Link. Well, I guess Luigi. Yeah, it's green, so that has to be it. The defense. What's going on? Defense. Oh, he passed out, I guess. By seeing the custom model. What's happened? We don't have time to watch you pass out. Get yourself together. All right, that's what happened. Yeah, I guess Link's Awakening Link is kinda like between young and adult Link. How is Sonic gonna defend him? This is actually a swimming suit. Well, defense, are you convinced now? I guess I can't deny it, can I? That's definitely me. Young, Walder perhaps, but sure enough. Do all links look the same? I don't think they look the same. Usually these two links have very different art styles. I guess so. Excellent. In that case, let us formally begin. The court is now in session for the trial of the thief of Koholint Island. Your Honor, you can just declare him the thief from the get-go. No, of course not. I have his name written down right here. It seems I am just unable to say it. Also, that type goes in world. Like, his name is still Link. It's just the magic of the shopkeep makes everybody call him thief, despite them wanting to say so. Or not wanting to say so. Fascinating, a curse of sorts. There is much more explanation for it than the game itself gives. I assume that this is the punishment we are to decide is just or not. This is a question I have thought about most of my life, so it's strange to be here now, like seeing if this is just or not. Just? How could this be just? Says Steve. To be forever called a thief by everyone? Even I can't say my own name anymore. Oh, that's too bad. How often do you need to see your own name? I guess when you, like, introduce yourself. Oh, you added the day and night cycle. That's a good feature for it. Gives, like, connects to fishing too. Where's the weather system? Well, as far as I'm concerned, it seems right to me. After all, everyone is just speaking the truth, are they not? Going to the weather. Okay, great. The defense demands the prosecution abstain from claiming unproven statements. I firmly believe my client innocent, of course. Even though you can only call him thief too. Based on UTC, so everyone gets the same. That sounds fair. Like, if different people at different point of time, yeah, that wouldn't work in, you know, multiplayer settings so well. Oh, well, about that. Like, this very hidden extra case has all of these custom animations. Days 3 hours. That sounds about right to me. I might have actually done it. Yeah, like, he doesn't get cursed if he doesn't do it, so I guess Drakmaya wins this case. This was easy. Oh. Yes, her greatness did specify that the defendant's guilt was non-negotiable. We are only here to determine whether the punishment he faced for it was reasonable. Okay, so there is something to discuss still. Now then, prosecution, please give your opening statement. What? I don't know anything about this case, old man. You just called us in here, remember? You're the one with all the details, so go on. Get to it. Well, I suppose actually, why don't we just let the victim describe what happened? He should have the most accurate knowledge of the event. This must be some kind of nightmare. Yeah, this is not very, I don't think this is the way that court should be done. Like, more than usual in this setting. Every good lawyer knows you should never defend yourself. Does this count? Well, in real life, there's plenty of people who defended themselves, and usually I don't think they win. Oh, it's a shopkeeper. What a creature. Alright, who are you then? Ah, yeah, myself. Ah, you own the tool shop back on Koholint, I do. Nice Koholint. I don't want to see this is horrifying. The greatest shop in town it is, ah, it tells you. It's the only shop in town. Whoa, not so close, no touching, you don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, maybe he will spread the curse. Oh, let's see what is this based on? Steve, who actually looks like himself here. Shopkeeper, this is a customized version of the Carpenters, I think. I don't think the nose should be there. But yeah, as a non-human, he doesn't have an age. The world could implode. Oh yeah, they are, I guess, like different timeline version of the same person. No, that's not how links work. It's like rebirth. What's the word for it? That's resurrection, but cycle of souls. Like there's a word for it, but you know. I don't think the goddess would allow this whole thing if that were a real possibility. What if it's the only shop? There's no better in this world or the next. Never seen anyone complaining. Yes, whatever. Now tell us what happened. How did you let yourself get swindled so easily? Aye, I'll say it all. Just you watch me. So, I think we're getting actual gameplay for this too. Yep. It was just a normal day. I was tending to me cash register. Then suddenly the kid burst in. A green blur, I tells you. He grabs the nearest thing and runs behind himself. Oh, it's exactly how it works. Very faithful. So I turn around. But he ain't there anymore. So I turn back to the entrance. Ay, caramba, he's gone. Nowhere to be seen, I tells you. I can't afford me wares going for free, you know? They are already cheap as possible. Why? I oughta. Well, I suppose he did already pay the ultimate price. I guess that's the point we're gonna discuss. Why, what a descriptive testimony. I feel as if I were there. Hold on, there's just one thing I'm confused about. Who was it that set this curse or whatever it is on my client? Was me, of course. What kind of shopkeep would I be without summoned magic? Okay, this is our explanation. I know how it looks, but the guy can literally shoot deadly energy beams. I would not underestimate him. Right, of course. Without further ado, please proceed with the cross-examination. Defense? Okay, let's make sure that this is exactly how the pressing game. Yeah. Okay. The nearest thing that runs behind me. Is that the order of the events normally? Like, the point how it works is that the shopkeeper turns slower than Link can move. And that's what allows Link to grab an item and leave without the shopkeeper seeing. Kind of like this. And he's gone. Okay, let's press this one, the wares being as cheap as possible. Because he's the only shop, so doesn't he have like a monopoly? I do have to ask, why did you need to steal from this store exactly? Oh, well, you see, I really needed one of those things in there. Yeah, many of them are like, you really need to complete the game. Yes, that's what paying is for. I was shipwrecked, I wasn't exactly swimming in rupees. That's a good point. Defense, do you have an actual quest to do witness? But I guess the motive doesn't really help here. Then let us move on. Continue, shopkeeper. Okay, ultimate prize. What does that mean? Oh, that's right. This guy literally killed me when I went back to the store. What? Oh, this Link should know too. He has the game over count of shame in his save data too. You know, if you're going to make up a lie, at least make it believable. Maybe they're not aware of it. Only the 2D links are. The links that used to be 2D. It's not a lie, it's true. How are you here then? I don't know, it got undone somehow. One moment I'm getting fried and then poof. I'm back at the doorstep and that guy is just smiling at me creepily. Surely death is enough of a punishment for theft. This all sounds very hard to believe, defendants. Well, what did the witness mean by the ultimate prize then? Oh, why, I just meant a curse I said on him, didn't I? So we are discussing death mechanics here as the contradiction. Not murder if he got better? Yeah, that... can't really argue with that. Oh, whoops. Why did I keep pressing that? Yes, that was it. Perfectly sensible. Okay, I'm starting to get goosebumps. But surely that is all there is to it. Well, that's quite testimony. If you say so, you're the lawyer here, whatever that means. Wait, are you saying there are no lawyers in your world at all? Yeah, I don't think there are. Hello, Jambone. Good morning. I don't think there are. Like, Link's Awakening Link is the same as in... I don't actually know. I'm a fake fan. I think it's supposed to be the same Link as in some other game. Maybe Link's Awakening? I mean, Link to the Past. How weird. I can't imagine how that would even work. Anyway, best to stay on track. I don't have much to work with here, so I should keep pressing for more details. Oh, we keep pressing again. Okay, hello, different name. Link's Awakening is Link to the Past and Oracle, so Oracle's Link is the same too. Okay. Like, Oracle's Link is going to some weird temple with Triforce in it, and then he gets transported to different worlds. Okay, I guess we could press this. Like, how did the shopkeeper know that Link went behind him if he didn't actually see it? A blur? Are you sure this was definitely my client? Yeah, this is for putting Link's Awakening in a transfer pack. You get a case where you defend the Link that got his name changed to Thief by a curse. And now Hylia made us decide if that's a fair punishment. So yeah, this is not just some small bonus, this is a whole bonus case. I swear on me mom! Couldn't be anyone else, it's a small town, you know. I know everyone there. No one else wears weird green dresses, and there's no colors there usually. Like this is Thief. Hey, this is my finest tunic. I fail to see how this matters in any case. Have you forgotten that your doppelganger's guild has already been established, Defense? Forgotten? No, but I wish I could. This is not really going anywhere. What is it that was stolen anyway? Yeah, what is the cannon item to steal? I bet it's the bow. I think bow is the most expensive item in the shop. Although, do you need it to complete the game? I'm not sure. Why does that matter? Like, you need the shovel. And you need the trade item. But yeah, bow is the one that people usually steal. He stole something and that's that. No need to be getting into the nitty-gritty. As it happens, Defense, the goddess herself forbade us from talking about this. The goddess being involved makes my job as a lawyer a little bit more difficult. She called it a technical limitation, whatever that means. I think the limitation is that we can't read the save data accurately enough that we would know what the item is. And the goddess knows about it. It's going into some Elder Scrolls Chim shit. What? But that's the most important question here. If it was something cheap, surely we can agree this punishment is too severe. It is what it is. I must ask you to drop this line of questioning. No, you didn't actually need to save, but it does recommend, for full immersion I guess, that you connect the save data with hash thief on it. But it's not a requirement. This is ridiculous. Oh, don't look so glum, chum. There you go, this is a flyer with all my wares. That should give you an idea what it might have been. It is complicated. Well, it's something at least. The court accepts this flyer into evidence. Here's the wares list. Now then, witness, please continue. Okay, let's see the wares. Yeah, the fleshy maw. I instantly noticed that was something that I didn't want to see. Okay, so the prize, I doubt he would have stolen anything else but the bow. Maybe the shovel at most. The others were really cheap. And thieves are not welcome. Scene. Cheap as possible. Well, one of them is quite expensive. I don't know if this is a contradiction, but let's try. Wrong button. It worked. Like in Phoenix Wright, when the music stops when you present something, you know that you presented the right evidence. So the music stopping, I've been conditioned to be really, like, pleased about that. Cheap, you say? That's not quite true now, is it? Like, I think this is more expensive than anything that Ocarina of Time Link could ever buy because of the wallet size limitations. Whatever do you mean, defense? Your Honor, if you'd look at the flyer the witness so graciously provided us with, do any of the items in there make it seem like a bargain to you? Well, let's see. Goodness gracious. 980 rupees for a simple bow? Why, that's more than I get paid in... Now wait just a blooming second. All the villagers be happy with me shop. No one's ever complained, you know. Is that so, witness? Tell me, how many customers do you get each day? That's not important. It's all because of that blasted trendy game. Also, he hates that place where you get the Yoshi doll. Not me fault, folks prefer to play with that stupid crane. I will agree that prices are a bit inflated. So what? What do you mean, so what? My other self needed to survive somehow, and the prices were entirely unreasonable. I was shipwrecked. It would have taken me months to get that kind of money. Not really, like 20 minutes of gathering would be enough usually. With a shovel at least. Yes, given a survival scenario, I suppose this explains the defender's motive at the very least. Yeah, like with 6 people, Mabe Village has to have a rough economy. Like, the shopkeeper was really lucky that somebody appeared from a different world and used his shop. Indeed, he didn't just steal out of malice or with profit in mind. It was a life or death situation. Oh, I just realized, I don't think you can defeat the final boss without the arrow, so you do need the bow to get out of the spoilers of the dream world. And then you also destroy that world, which this Link hasn't done yet. Or I guess you don't destroy it, the windfish just stops keeping it. Life or death, you say? Tell me, which one of the items listed in the flyer is necessary for survival precisely? Well, for instance... Exactly. Maybe the recovery hearts? 10 rupees is way too much for those. Oh, I agree. That's a terrible deal, given that you can get them by just cutting some grass. Oh, Ganondorf now knows how to get the hearts too. Yeah. Oh. Yes, everything this store carried that one might need for survival could have been easily obtained elsewhere. The defendant had no pressing need to steal anything. Prosecution makes a valid point. There's no food or water listed among the wares after all. This is yeah. This thing's really hard about things that they usually don't have the things like nearly this hard. I wasn't just trying to survive, I was trying to leave the island. Leave the island? Bah! And how would you do that using this set of items, pray tell? Were you planning to paddle off the island with a shovel? No, not directly like that. The island can't be escaped by normal means. I needed them to wake the windfish. Okay, yeah, I can see this getting a bit more complicated like this. What? The heck is a windfish? I'm not sure. Like, there's just some vague prophecy you read in the game, like in Dungeon 5 or 4. Right. So you knew it needed to be awakened because Owl told you to do it? Yeah, the owl does tell you. That's true too. Because an owl told me. I forgot about the owl in that game. How is that possible? Are you trying not to make sense at this point? Oh, this Link knows about owls too. Oh, he's here. Ooh, perhaps I can shed some light on this particular matter. By Jove, is that a talking owl? Ooh, it felt like I was needed, and so I came. Owl is cute. Yeah, this is a great model. Unlike the disgusting shopkeeper model. You would be wise not to scoff at what your counterpart is telling you. So you mean... Ooh, yes, of course. Everything the brave young lad has said is true. He's on a special quest, and Koholin's no regular island at all. If you'll allow me, I can explain everything. I guess the owl was like a form of windfish inside the dream. Yeah, like this is kind of Judge's counterpart. Like, aren't they both in owl form called Gaibara? Finally, someone will actually explain something, hopefully. What utter nonsense! I object to the presence of this animal in my courtroom. Well, that happens in some other games too. No way am I going to listen to testimony from an owl. Yeah, we are getting very judgmental here. Oh, so you are expected everything else happening here, but not this? The defense demands the right to cross-examine the bird. You know, I think that's an exact quote from Phoenix Wright. Order. Allow me to share my opinion on this matter. Given the situation at hand, I see nothing wrong with allowing a bird to testify, unusual as it may be. Ganondorf's herd animation is amazing every time. Amazing. Amazing. Mr. Owl, please tell us all we need to know about the nature of Koholint Island. Hoot. Koholint's very existence, its very essence, Hoot, is tied to the windfish's slumber. This thinking point's amazing. As long as the windfish sleeps, the island cannot be escaped, like a terrible nightmare. It's a pretty fun game, it's not a nightmare. Few words for Ganondorf, he wasn't probably responsible for killing Zelda the Elder. He very likely was. That's a sequel. Or maybe the second sequel. I don't know how big of a series it is going to become. The young sword-bearer must thus search for the 8 instruments of the sirens and play the ballad that will wake the great one. Hoot! With the instruments all united, the windfish's slumber shall come to an end, and so shall Koholint. They shouldn't be unfamiliar with prophecies in Hyrule. That didn't explain anything either. Ha. Just like I said, listening to this bird was a waste of time. Hoot, perhaps that was not as clear as I hoped. Do forgive me. Over-mystifying is a bit of an occupational hazard for our kind. Yeah, I think this Hyrule has some added whimsy to it compared to the usual stuff. What occupation? Professional owl? Oh, that's every owl. Please, if you have questions, I will happily answer. Who? Well, the witness seems to be all but begging to be cross-examined. Defense, please go right ahead. Yeah, there might be bosses where you need the arrows, and they're only provided by the shop. So, I'm gonna press this point. Well, how does one obtain these elusive instruments exactly? Hoot, that is no simple task, to be sure. The instruments of the sirens sleep deep within temples scattered across the land, fraught with monsters, traps, and other dangers. At the end of each, a formidable foe guarding a piece. Yeah, I assume too that with this code base, the future entries will be much easier to make. Like, these bonus cases wouldn't be so expansive if they were, like, as hard to make as the normal one. But they have, like, a surprising amount of custom models. And there are multiple, yeah, I think there's 3. Like, there's one for Oracle Ages, and then one for Oracle of Seasons. I don't know if those are full cases, but we'll see. Yes, Hoot, to obtain all the instruments of yore is to slay all those who corrupt the island from within. Slaying foes? This sounds like some kind of mass murder spree. No, they are monsters. And they usually shit-talk you before the fight in Link's Awakening. It appears... Yes, it appears that our worlds may differ from each other more significantly than I thought. I cannot feel him here, how strange. What in Din's name am I babbling about now, you feathered menace? New animation too. Hoot, in our land. Since the very beginning of time, an evil influence has permeated all. The King of Evil. The Demon Lord Ganon. Yeah, I guess Ganondorf has to call him Drachma in the court, not to be connected to Ganon too easily if they know about it. From the very dirt of the earth to even the first thoughts of an infant. If you dig deep enough, if you look closely enough, you will find his malice and hatred. The King of Evil Ganon? So he noticed too. Could it just be a coincidence? This is connecting the games in a completely new way. Once Link wakes the Windfish, it does vaporize everyone but one of the islanders. And yeah, that one usually becomes a seagull too. Naturally, when I speak of vanquishing foes, I speak of his creations. Deeply rooted in the most primordial evil, those foul beasts' only goals are for their own survival and for the misery of others. Hoot, no being that has been touched by Hylia's grace would object to their destruction. It is as innate to our nature as breathing. We are talking about like true evil here. And yet here is a world without him. Is it truly without him? I guess the implication Ocarina of Time, like originally, was that Ganon, the monster, appeared here for the first time. When like Ganondorf got really angry that the power fell on him. Like a whole castle more like. Is your world lucky to have been spared, or has ours been particularly unlucky? That I do not know. I don't remember if Link's Awakening mentions Ganon outright, but maybe at the last dungeon. But the last form of the nightmare is definitely Ganon. Perhaps this is even the very reason Her Grace has chosen this world to send us to. Or is it the last form? It's one of the forms. Do you have any idea what this is about? I think I do, actually. Really? I don't think it really matters for what we're talking about, though. Right. Could we get back to the matter at hand, then? Why, food, of course. I was just musing aloud. So that was all extra without any actual use? Come to an end and social Koholint. Right, and I don't suppose making noise any other way would suffice. You know, just screaming into its ear or something. Phew, of course not, my dear counselor. The windfish's sleep is not natural. A magical slumber like that can only be broken via magical means. Right, but what did you mean by the last part? Point is to explain here at Law's world is bonus hyrule without a lot of magic stuff. Yeah, I guess it's a little bit less magical, which explains the court system and them being so caught up on like physical means than compared to usual. You know, like evidence. Will something happen to Koholint when the windfish wakes? Koholint Island is a magical place born of the windfish's slumber. It was an interesting experience to play Link's Awakening and Final Fantasy X almost back to back. So I thought this is like this story trope to have in a fantasy story. Oh yeah, that's a. It is kind of like a late realism Final Fantasy X, but a similar thing is revealed. Once the Leviathan awakens, the magic keeping Koholint in place will dissipate. You mean? Hoot, of course. When the windfish wakes, Koholint will disappear, and nary a sight shall remain. What? Did you know about this? Well, truth be told, I suspected. Yeah, it's slowly revealed in Link's Awakening that is the case. Ah, clever lad, Hoot. Yeah, surely you have noticed. The only shop in town selling nothing but tools and equipment, shopkeepers with magical powers, villages of talking animals. Oh yeah, I forgot the animal village. Yeah, maybe that reveals the dream part too. Koholint as a whole is unnatural. It is a place made of dreams and nightmares. Villages of talking animals, I must have missed that part. What about inhabitants then? Where will they go when the island disappears? Nowhere. Have you ever heard Animal Village music from the Switch remake? Maybe, like I have a faint memory it's like animal noises. Let's take a look. Or listen. Link's Awakening remake Animal Village. Okay, this is horrible. Like this is just annoying. Like this is an idea that they should have just trashed. Especially the cat. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough of that. Just a second. Does it go anywhere? Oh, this is different part? Yeah, put this in a choke dev room, not as the official music. And I guess the same as the Game Boy track, but it never like develops into anything. It's just the dog and then the cat. Oh, this is beautiful to hear after that. there indeed. Oh man, you don't know what I would have done just to be able to question this owl like this earlier. It always flies away before I can ask it anything. That's how they work in those games. Does sound like an opportunity I shouldn't waste then. I think I just need to ask everything. I think that's the point here. Well, let's start with the Dodongo in the room. I love the Hylian idioms. What the heck is a windfish? Dodongo? No, young counselor. You must be confused, Hoot. The windfish, the Leviathan, is a huge whale. As far as Koholint is concerned, it has always been, and as long as Koholint is, it will always be. Right, the Deity whale. There's some interesting extra deities in Twilight Princess. Like a big bird and a monkey. I'd bring up the fact that whales are not fish. Oh, good point. But at this point, I don't think it really matters. Yeah, I never thought about what's the whale called windfish. I always just accepted it. But I guess it bothered the dev team of this game. Now it bothers me too. What would happen if you did try? I think it's a Japanese word for whale, which is like Kujira, I think. It has the kanji for fish in it, I'm pretty sure. Why wouldn't you just build a raft and try to sail away? Hoot, truthfully, I do not know. Are we getting more into plot holes? Perhaps no matter how long you sailed, the island would just never fade from view. Yeah, I can imagine that. The sea would never end like an infinite staircase. Until you turned around and found yourself back where you started in no time. Or you do the infinite backwards jump. Or perhaps you would just die. It is kind of a brutal place, so... But this thief already established that you can just get reborn if you die. Yikes, that's a possibility. I think the best way to do this in video games is to make a big fish that eats you, and there's nothing you can do about it. I felt like replaying Jak and Daxter recently. I wonder if that's gonna hold up, or is it gonna just seem like a really average platformer. But I did really like it when it came out. I admit I thought about trying that a few times, but he couldn't find the raft in that game. Ooh, there's but one way to escape. Okay, we just need to press everything. After all we have heard, I think one thing has been made clear. My client has truly found himself in a life or death situation. This testimony fully corroborates that. On top of that, to escape the island, he had to go on a life-threatening quest. There in Dragon's Dogma there is the infinitely large horror in the water. I haven't played 2, but I've heard that in 2 it becomes like... it gets more plot relevance. In order to survive this ordeal, he needed to be as well equipped as possible. And the only way to get the needed equipment was from the store, which was charging exorbitant prices. These are all clear mitigating factors. And with this in mind, the defense asserts his punishment is far too severe. I would have never imagined I'm actually playing a game about this topic. Indeed. This does paint the defendant in a more positive light. It appears that the theft might have been necessary given the situation. Yes, that was easier than I thought. And it's still early enough to go back to sleep. Yeah, they are doing this at 2 AM. That owl always used to annoy me a little, but it's really come to my rescue this time, hasn't it? Well, it used to annoy me because I barely could read English and the owl spoke quite a lot. And you needed the hints to know where to go in the game. That's what really taught me English, to be able to read hints in video games. Like, I sort of had to learn it. Ooh, I am only here to help, lad. I feel there is no need to further prolong this trial. While this court does not condone the defendant's act in and of itself, I do now believe that he has been punished too harshly for it. And so this court finds the defendant... Yeah, I knew he was going to say something. Old man, surely you don't mean to tell me that you awoken me in the dead of night just to make a farce out of this trial? Farce? But Mr. Drachmeyer, the defense has just presented a rather compelling argument. Compelling? Don't make me laugh. Yes, he had a reason to do what he did. All criminals have reasons. That's no justification. It wasn't just any reason. Survival was at stake here. I see this can be something that's actually, like, is discussed at a real court. Sometimes. Usually it's just, like, messy divorce. Yeah, Ganondorf was silent for a long time compared to usual. I guess he was impressed by the owl and its unique model animations. Was it, though? You, Birdbrain. Who? Yes, what is it? You said that the defendant was to go visit a bunch of dusty old temples in search of the instruments. Tell me, were those instruments the only things in there? Yeah, were there any items in the temples, like a bow? Hoot? No, I suppose they were not, Hoot. With structures as old as those, you are bound to find things left by previous inhabitants. Why, Hoot, yes, I'm sure there would be a lot of treasure left in there too. Yeah, it could just be rupees, in this case too. Treasure, money, all of that was within the brat's grasp. He could have easily gotten the funds to properly purchase the item he stole, with only a little legwork. Were they old or just created old when the Windfish dreamt them? I would say latter. I don't think they're like real passage of time in a dream. Like a baby in the game forever remains a baby, by that logic. And then it's gonna be a really old baby at some point. Oh, but I guess Link freed its soul. Wait a moment, it wouldn't be that easy. Those places were full of monsters and traps. That Link's not a brat, he killed Ganon twice before going to Colint. Wait, twice? Oh, hello Roadrunner. I'm playing the extras now. And yeah, they are like whole new cases, you crazy people. And I've been really enjoying this topic. This is, I don't know if a dream come true would be like the right words for it, but it's close enough. Goes past Oracle's Awakening. Ah, oh, shit, I forgot my Zelda timeline. I even have the book, Hyrule Historia. It's right here, I'm touching right now. It's one of the only, like, fan items I own. I'm enough of a Zelda drone to do something like that. Without any equipment, it would be too dangerous to go alone. Too dangerous to go alone, huh? Oh, how quickly you've forgotten, defense. Try to recall this flying menace's words before just a few moments ago. Young Sobera must thus search for the 8 instruments of the sirens and play the ballad that will wake the great. Okay. Yeah, the timeline's definitely, like, made up after the fact. It's just a funny thing that there's an official product that prints it. Ah. Our little kleptomaniac had perfectly good sword with him. He wasn't barehanded at all. No, all he was looking for was some kind of easy shortcut out of his predicament. But that is kind of exactly what it is in the game when you steal the item. Or maybe the little snake just wanted to keep all the treasure for himself. How dare you, I'm not some greedy treasure hoarder. I think every Link is that in to some degree. Either way, the defendant might have had a reason for his theft. But I'd say that reason was likely nothing but selfishness. Toot. He wanted to keep the treasure? Yeah, I thought that, like, is that gonna disappear when the Windfish wakes? Probably. No, Barrister. That's not even remotely possible. He calls them the Barristan Council. I think that's like pretty British words to call lawyers. All of the treasure, as part of Koholint, would naturally disappear with it. Isn't that inconvenient? Bah, that doesn't mean anything. The twerp might not have known that. Oh, come on, just admit you're wrong. No, this is quite the pickle indeed. Horrible Night sequel taught us that all owls are aggressively British. Night sequel? What? I never heard of that. I thought there were only some Nights remakes, and they all are kind of the same game in different forms. But yeah, good. Okay, I'll just forget about that then. The prosecution has brought up some good points, but so has the defense. Furthermore, we seem to be out of testimony discussed at this point. This will make a hard decision to make. Actually, that reminds me. There was something you kept bringing up in your testimony, Mr. Witness. Good. Yes, what is it? You often mention that Koholint is like a dream or a nightmare. How literal is that? What are you going on about now? Of course. Oh no, it very much is. Like Ganondorf thought it was like a metaphor. Hoot, I thought that point was clear. My apologies. Koholint only exists within a dream. We are in a dream right now too, in fact. Oh, that's why they're in the middle of the night here. This is Lynx and Ganondorf shared dream? Maybe just one or the other? Oh my, this whole trial isn't real? What a plot twist. I should have known, this whole thing was just too fantastical. Well then, now that we have made that clear, I'm just going to go and wake up if you don't mind. Why, that might be the wisest thing you've proposed so far, defense. But of course it's not going to be you waking up. I'm the only real person here. Oh, this changed topic quickly. Like, who is the real one? I haven't the slightest idea how my mind conjured up this nonsense. Shouldn't have had that noble pursuit before bed. Oh, I suppose it wouldn't be the first time I've dreamed of the Quadrum with Judge too. It's never been quite this vivid, but I guess this old man still has quite the active imagination. Meanwhile, my imagination being a bit overactive right now, I guess, and I haven't even had noble pursuits. Good noise. Please wait. Huh? You can't just wake up. What about me? I guess we sort of have to, like, defend and prosecute this Link inside a dream. Like, there's some logic to it. Like, to him, this might be a real trial on Koholint Island. What about you? You're clearly just an invention of my mind, brat. But hey, you want a resolution? No problem. Judge, declare a guilty verdict right now. Prosecutor Drachmire, I refuse to hand down a faulty verdict, even in my dreams. No, this won't do. I'll just have to wake up now. Here goes. I sort of could imagine this happening in a Phoenix Wright game, that somebody convinces them that this is all a dream, but that actually doesn't happen. But this just shows how fitting this is. Need to go to a deeper dream level. Let's see where this goes. Strange. I don't seem to be able to. It's kind of like horrifying, the idea that you find out that you're like a side character in somebody else's dream. Too, if I may interject. I have said that this is a dream, yes, but why would that mean that nothing here is real? Oh, be quiet, you pile of feathers. I banish you from my dream. Be gone! What is this? Am I stuck in this nightmare? Well, naturally, only one person here can actually control the dream. Everyone else is just along for the ride, so to speak. I don't even know what to say at this point. Are you saying everyone here is actually real, just sharing the same dream? Yeah, but who's in control? Why, who'd of course? Her Grace chose one person to be the host, and then thrust the others into it. So we have information here how Hylia controls courtroom dreams. Preposterous. If this is all in the Green Brat's dream, why doesn't he just remove his curse on his own? Preposterous? Not at all, my angry Garuda friend. I never said he's the one in charge. He came from the dream world of Koholint after all. Well, how did he wind up in someone else's dream then, you blasted buzzard? Very good insults for the bird. Hoot, having battled with Ganon before, he is of particular interest to the Demon Lord. Oh, is that what the final boss is actually called? I've always called him Nightmare. The evil one saw an opportunity and forcefully shoved him in the dream of the Windfish. A dreamscape he has steadily perverting with his evil for many years. I'm not sure if this is official story or not. He infested it with his own creations, twisted it into a dangerous place, and imprisoned its creator within. As a result, that is also why our green-clad friend cannot wake up normally. Yeah, I guess this new story connecting Nightmare and Ganon. Like, there's a reason that Link fell in a dream. My interpretation is that, like, Windfish sort of caused it, but not on purpose, like unwittingly. Maybe based on some Japanese stuff. There's some like audio dramas and more Japanese material that's pretty unknown. But this world is free of Ganon. I think this is like important for the sequel of A Hero of Law, is that this world is still free of Ganon. Whoever the host of this dream is could indeed just wake. Although I cannot imagine the goddess Hylia would be very thrilled with that conclusion, having made all that effort to bring her chosen hero here. How did you know all this? Hoot, why isn't it obvious? I myself am part of the Windfish's spirit. I could not just stand idly by when Hylia's own champion was dealt such a bad hand. I'm not thinking it's Skyward Sword that establishes that all links are chosen by Hylia, because I think that's the first game where Hylia is mentioned. And so, I've tried to lead you to the 8 instruments, and I reached out for the Hylia for help with this predicament. I can hardly believe it. Well, who is it then? Who is the one controlling this dream? Hoot. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Oh, that I do not know. That is something you'll have to find out for yourself. Whoever it is will have the final word in this trial. Okay, so this is the climax with a dreamer. So that's it then. It all hinges on this point. Who is this dream's Windfish? I must consider all the facts. Oh, are we getting a reconstruction? I think we are. All of the bosses know what happens and want to stop you. Yeah, that points to it like it's the dream itself trying to stop itself. And maybe originally the nightmare itself is also like from the Windfish. But yeah, this is definitely more connected to other games, like this way of thinking about it. Who is the one Her Grace Hylia chose to control this dream? How about her chosen, like Link? Yeah, I think it's Link. Like, why would Hylia choose somebody else? Hylia. Both Drakmar and the judge have already conclusively proven they are not the host of the dream, and yet this fact too. Who does that leave? No, it's not either of them either. It can't be either of the owl or the shopkeeper. They'd each have ended the trial in their favor by now, if they were in control. And I already know that the thief isn't the one in control, so who does that leave? It sort of makes sense that Hylia makes her other chosen, like Judge, the one who was cursed as thief. I'm in control, it's me, I'm the host. Yeah, let's get back to control. Oh, it's you? Oh, shit. Yeah, the Triforce forming Link's mind. I think this thought hasn't left my mind for the whole week. I am this dream's windfish. Oh, yeah. I now wonder, like, if I let my 12-year self know about this. Like, I really loved Link's Awakening story, and this is pretty good additions to it. All of the LA lore here is consistent with the text from the game itself, but not necessarily with all other LA-related material Nintendo's ever released. I think that's a good choice. Like, some new material could come up, so... And yeah, I think being, like, needing to take into account all of released material, like, there's not really a point to it even. Because, like, the game is what most people know and care about, and not the audio dramas. Well, what are you looking so smug about? Yeah, this Link is very smug, usually. And for a good reason. Isn't it obvious? Oh, I've just realized who must be the one controlling this dream. Yeah, that's a good thing to be smug about. No, it can't be. I see you realized it now too. Oh my, you mean you're the one? Well, let's give it a try, shall we? Now he's like Neo from Honka. Is this what Link what Link wants? To put Ganon in a dress and just create Malon. Hello, everyone. Oh yeah, now this dream's getting good. Marin? Oh, that's so nice. That's the reason, brother, why Malon was included, so that the thief can recognize her. Defense, what did you do to prosecute Drachmaya? Nothing bad, of course. I just ejected him out of here. He's probably waking rather abruptly right about now. I decided it'd be nice to have someone more pleasant to deal with on the opposite side. Yeah, this mod is based. I can certainly say that. The prosecution has nothing more to add. The defender's totally innocent. So I guess this Link wishes that Malon was the prosecutor. This, I won't stand for this. You can't just give yourself an easy opponent. That's a shame. Chicken. Oh, just kill. Wait, who will give the verdict now? Good point. I know of one good candidate. Huh? Oh, you're the judge now. Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Will the defendant please step up to the stand? Is this really okay? I thought the goddess wanted a fair trial. The story elements and opportunities are used so well here. This is a really satisfying ending to this. Yeah, assuming direct control of the law. Actually, she requested no such thing. What? The way the judge put it, the only stipulation was that someone else decided your fate. She decided that someone else should determine whether this punishment was just or not, to ensure her own bias would not affect the outcome. At no point did she specify how the decision should be made, or how many people should be making it. Okay, this is what the liar should think about. All the, not plot holes, but what's the word? It's right at the tip of my tongue. Like a hole in the law. Anyway, let's keep going. That still feels like cheating. Oh, you're the best too. It's all about cheating, you thief. Yep, I'm gonna play the Oracles too. Although, this was longer than I thought. So this might not be the only extra stream, because I need to wake up pretty early tomorrow, or get up, and a surprising amount of time has passed, even with this one case, and I'm not complaining for sure. Well, there's one easy way to find out if it's allowed or not. This court finds the defendant. Oh, the shopkeeper's still here. Yeah, let's see if the others are this meeting, and then decide if I'm gonna play them now or later. Wait, I'm not having this. Explode, kill. My product was still stolen, you know. What kind of justice is... This link is getting too much power. Don't interrupt me. Oh, shit. Now then, once again, this court finds the defendant not guilty. Yeah, I can see the deformed kanji behind that. Oh, the O is on the table. Love to see that. So, let's see. Your name is Link. Oh, it's the same. Of course our names are the same. That comment might be different according to save data. He's this world's guardian. I'm sure this world is gonna disappear soon, and it's not gonna be a problem for long. I'm not sure why you're surprised. Like, there's one name in Link's Awakening you can enter, and it's like card mode with different music? Or do I misremember? There are actually like 20 different versions of this dialogue for specific names. Yeah, okay. Can you mention some? Like, if you name them like other Zelda characters? I guess even if you name him Zelda, it's gonna be something special. I think that might be the hard mode name too. Or was it Zelda 1 where that's the hard mode? I'm mixing thoughts together. In any case, I believe you should be getting back to your own world now. Get the funny music if you name him Zelda. So no hard mode, just funny music. Okay. And now, no more stealing, you hear. Of course not. Never again. Zelda, Malon, Thief. Oh, Malon is still... Yeah, I guess that can lead to some weird comment from Link. A and A. RRWMC. Okay. Glad to hear that. Best of luck on your quest. And with that, court is adjourned. Link enjoyed this very much, having the gavel. By the way, now I shouldn't be getting glitch rooms anymore, because I fixed some emulation settings that I've been experimenting with. Link's legal agency, so this is his office. Nigga! What? Where? The office? That's right, I stayed to catch up on work. I guess I must have fallen asleep reading case files. Man, what a crazy dream though. What was it about again? Yeah, I hate this about dreams. I was in court, and then... Oh darn, it's gone already. Can't remember a single thing. Maybe everybody, like every night, Link has some mission from Goddess Hylia and has to do an extra case in his dreams. And then he just forgets about it. Yeah, A as a name has to be a speedrunning joke. Yeah, maybe that would be exhausting in the long run. Oh well. Yep, I absolutely loved this. This was like, when I saw the premise, I was sure that this is gonna be like a 10-minute joke case. It was shorter than the real game, or the real ROM hack, but yeah, that was still like an hour and almost a half of content. Oh, that's if you name him RRWMC, so the composer's name. So Loyal Link says, why does that name sound familiar? And then Link's Awakening Link says, oh, maybe you have heard of me. I've written a lot of music they play in courtrooms these days. Oh, he literally becomes you. And the Loyal Link says, wait, have they been playing music in here? I haven't been paying attention. Actually, did you say there are no lawyers in your world? Does your world even have courts? Let's just move on. yeah, that's a good point to move on. So it might be that that Link doesn't hear the music here. The music is not diegetic. That's no lore. Anyway, I'm gonna check out the Oracle cases, or one of them, and then see if they are also like this length. And if they are, I'm gonna keep playing this next week. Just a second. I need to dig into my pile of Game Boy cards once again that I legally obtained, like it says in the README. Game Boy Color, I guess it's the console. And Legend of Zelda. I have my cards ordered by name. Okay, for A as a name, Loyal Link says, that's it, just A. That isn't just your first initial. And then LA Link responds, hey, I like my name. It's quick and easy to write. That's true. I think A as a name should be accepted more. And the Loyal Link says, that's your argument? It's only 3 letters shorter than, say, Link. Yeah, Link's pretty short name too. Well, I have an even shorter name. I think I have a shortest name possible that's legal in Finland. I'm gonna get Aegis, although I think you should play seasons first when you play the games. And I don't really have arguments why, but I'm gonna try Aegis first because that's the first I played. Okay, actually I do have an argument. The bonus endgame you get in Aegis when you play it after Oracle, I think is more interesting than what you get in Oracle if you play it second. Because Aegis in general has like more story, and it has the interesting evil castle that becomes like the final place. A is one of the best dialogues. Please share it if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, that's the problem with the bot. If you write a long message, it doesn't get transferred. I maybe should put up a warning on YouTube about that. That there's a certain limit on what the bot can transfer. It's a shame. I'm not sure what to do about it. But I don't regret making it possible to combine the chats. Should put a big red text over the whole stream. yeah, that would be easily noticeable. Why not? Okay, I'm gonna extract this game. Just a second. Oracle of Ages. Europe. Will the European version work? For Game Boy, European versions are not cursed. Unlike for consoles for a long time, when there were 50 Hz. And that fucked up many games. Okay, so for A, it's no, you are not saying it right. It needs to come from deep down. And then Loyal Link says, okay. How was that? And then LA Link says, that's a little better. Okay, so it's hard to pronounce. That's okay. That's pretty good. I lost my card. Fuck. Need a moment more. Link's Awakening, Legend of Zelda. Oh, there we go. Found it. And then just connect it to into my transfer pack. If you use a Japanese copy and Link's name has any Japanese characters in it, a hero of law, Link says he doesn't know how to pronounce it. Even though they used Killian characters based on Japanese. I guess like it took me a long time to realize that they are even remotely similar to Japanese characters, so it does make sense. Transfer bonuses for Oracle kind of turn whichever game you play second into a joke. Yeah, it is a pretty big topic about the games. Oh, I misread that. Like, yeah, the second game becomes much easier. For a second, I thought that was a message from the dev, and they were saying that the one you play second here, like, produce a new joke. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna assign the new game to the transfer pack. Covering all the bases is, I think, what would describe this dev team pretty well. And by the way, even the cover of the soundtrack is nice. It's like a gavel hitting like a drum plate. Is that the right word for it? Anyway, here's Oracle Ages being connected. Let's see what happens. Yep, I listened to the soundtrack too. I don't see anything extra here, so the European cartridge might not work. So I might need to get a different version. Let me make sure it's connected correctly. Yeah, it seems that the ROM I got didn't work because I don't see any new extras. I'll try a different version. Let's get one from here. All right, and then unzip. Where did I put it? This folder is a mess. Okay, found it. And then insert it. Yeah, okay, so European should work. Problem something else. Like, there's many versions of ROMs floating around. Let's try this. This is a USA version. Okay. Any extra? Or maybe I'm doing something wrong because still nothing. It is probably me now. Yeah, there's a huge pile of cards I have here. I'm gonna try to reset the, the console, but I still don't get the version that doesn't make you wait 30 seconds, so sorry for that. Wait, is this my only game? No, there they are. I don't think Indy 64 likes you switching out shit while it's on. Yeah, that might have been a problem. Yeah, this is just a small glimpse into my hoard. Okay, let's see. Aircraft Time? I own just like 6 copies. It's not that many. I don't think the game is starting. Yep, I broke it. Well, this is concerning. What if I enter it after I start the game? Because that's how I did it last time and it worked. Okay, removing the module, the transfer pack, made it start at least. Okay, and then if I put it on. Let's see now. Okay, this looks good. This looks very promising. And I still don't have an extra case. Well, I think this is a sign that I need to leave this for next time. And figure out the right ROM to use here. I'm getting ROMs from shady players and doing it pretty quickly. I'm gonna assume that is the problem. But it's a cheat code. Extra 1 is a Malon platformer game that gives you the hint that you should use the cartridge in the transfer pack. It's a 2D platformer. With Malon as Mario. But hey, how long is the Oracle case? Because if it's more than 30 minutes, I think I should leave it for next time. So that I can like get up early enough tomorrow. And I really don't mind one more session with these. What's in our epi? Pretty sure thing. Oh, then I could play it now. So what is the cheat code? Because I'm having trouble doing this the right way. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, settings. Like you really once again covered all our bases by having this sort of workaround for it. Check brightness. Using the C button and A, play the Ocarina of Time song most likely to cause the events from the opening of Link's Awakening. Wait, that's a puzzle! Now I gotta prove that I know how to play, I gotta prove that I'm the real fan. It has to be Song of Time, right? Song of Storms? Oh, Song of Storms, of course, like the storm at the start. Yeah, that's a really fun way to explain it. And I even got it wrong. Thank God there was somebody smart here. How does written in read mean? Okay, I missed that. I think you just play and that's it. Let me try. Yeah, there we go. I'm a real fan. Let's play the next extra. Extra 2, Ingo's Casino. I'm imagining like the mini game from Super Mario 64 DS, where you go to Luigi's Casino. And Ingo, let's see if this is like Luigi's Casino. No, he's in prison, so this is what he does in prison. Oh, it's a poker. I got 2 pairs, so that's pretty nice. So I guess what you... like, I'm gonna change this and try to get the full house. Oh shit, I got it! I'm gonna win this. I should have raised a bet, if that's a possibility. This is so well animated too. Can you raise the bet? I changed the music. Yeah. I'm really trusting that Tingle is gonna give me another full house. Oh, there we go. Shitty 2 pairs. Okay, now I have 2 pairs again. Ingo becomes your prison wife if you get all his money. Oh, now I'm really gonna fight. I'm gonna bet like 3 rupees on this. I doubt there's a final goal with this, but you never know. Okay, just 2 pairs, and he's being confident. I guess I won. So this proves that Tingle is more valuable than Ganondorf. 3 Zeldas. Let's try to get like 4 Zeldas. Oh yeah, let's see the rules. Like, what is the full house? You fucker. Oh, Tingle has the least value. Why did that win then? Oh, the heart has so much value. I didn't kind of expect that for some reason. But now I know. About the song. Oh, it just tells the song's name and the composer. I wonder who this is. Oh, Tingle is the highest? Did I read it wrong? Wait, TSL lore about the song! I need to read it from the start. Like I mentioned when I played Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, like not on stream but by myself, how great it was to have like on the soundtrack comments about the composer, about the songs. Like you so rarely get that. Like what was thought process, but here it is. 10 not favorite loop. Yeah, it was pretty short. Bring it to modern musical standards. The game's 2019 remake added some chords underneath, extended the loop from 4 seconds to 24. Well, why did they do what they did to the Animal Village song? Is that up to modern standards? I decided to start here for my version, but it still felt too short. Yeah, this bit was still pretty short. Especially since the player will talk to the owl for much longer in this game than LA. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and also available for all songs. Yeah, that's a really interesting addition. Because I do some game composing on my spare time. So I want to hear what other people thought when they compose songs. I extended it further by adding a variation of those chords and then an actual new section deviates significantly to make it more unique. Yeah, like this song flows really well, all in all. Then is a clear quote from Kaburagawa's theme. Yeah, we just heard it a moment ago. But yeah, it's a different time signature. So yeah, that is not given that that transfers well. Difference of the old theme is about 56 seconds long, or 14 times the length of the original. So this is also a good way to learn, like, what songs are these inspired by. But yeah, I know it's difficult to add like even a couple of seconds to a song sometimes. Like if you want to avoid just repeating a part. But yeah, I somehow read the arrows wrong, and yeah, Tingle is the most valuable. He's the highest worth. He's the ace, I guess. Okay, getting some Ganondorfs. I actually made the final version of the Toilet Dimension songs just a couple of days ago. And now it's kind of finished. Oh, this doesn't look like much of anything. Shit. I'm tired of Ingo. Let's see another song lore about some really good song. This is one of my favorites. This is really good too. I don't know why I didn't say anything about that because that is good too. But let's see, I want to know. Let's get Presto. If that's here. I'm gonna read all of these by myself, but... It feels a shame to skip so many here. I don't know if that was a good choice anymore. Was it? Oh, did I miss it? Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, I noticed the intro now. I think this is my #1 favorite on soundtrack. but I'm not sure about it yet. I need to listen to this once more. The rebuttal scene wasn't initially part of the game script. Yeah, as you mentioned, it was added after the thought route was the final scene. As a result, this song was written almost 2 years after the cross-examination themes. It fits so well that I don't think that's a problem. It features elements of both of them, such as the Fantasia instrument from Moderato and the trumpet from Allegro. And the trumpet is really good in this one. But isn't there saxophone in this too? Unlike the cross-examination themes, I decided to ignore how this one would sound in reverse, and instead just make it as exciting as possible. Yeah, I think that's a good priority. It's an exciting scene. The song ended up with being the most fun to write. I guess you can feel that in how well it works. I think that's kind of saxophone, but I'm not sure what you call it. Or was it called like usual as an instrument? Not for the cross-exam themes also about how they are based on the Lostwood theme backwards. It is a saxophone. Okay, then I'm not completely off base. But it's the best sounding Nintendo 64 saxophone I ever heard. A really good video game saxophone is that one Treasure Beaten Up in arcade. I don't remember its name now. It's in the first level music. Also, one of the other songs that use the saxophone talks about it. Okay. Like, it's not part of the original Nintendo 64. I mean Zelda, Ocarina of Time instrument set. So how did you add it? It repurposed a melody line that had been cut from Cross-Examination Allegro because it was too energetic, along with the variation of part of Cross-Examination theme's counter melody. Then that became the guitar melody around the middle of the song. So you do use like motives you made for other songs with this too. I have a hard time doing that. Like, when I start making a song, I need to start from nothing to make it work. I think that's just my inexperience showing. Custom imported it, along with the whistle in Ingo's theme. Yeah, that's new too. I can't even imagine what the process for that is. Unlike most of the game's other songs, the percussion isn't introduced at all in the thinking version, and I felt it lowered the energy too much. Yeah, you need to get energy going for the Presto scene. Separately, I thought the middle of the thinking version was a little repetitious at first, but added an extra piano flourish that always played in that version. When I was playing it, I thought how good that was. But that required dedicating an entire track just for that one moment, so I had to fit the entire rest of the song in just 15 tracks instead of the usual 16. This I wouldn't have noticed. Another interesting technical detail is that in the actual game scene, this song pauses itself at the end of the intro by slowing its tempo way down. So instead of like how you usually do, pausing. When the spotlight turns on, the game resets its tempo to the correct speed. So there's some music coding here too. We did this so the melody will always start at the right moment, even if the game is ever translated and the length of the scene title text will change. Oh, you thought about translation beforehand? I don't think like even most actual developers do it. Like this is, or if they do, this is generally professional level. Like usually Nintendo Hard Disk Man is a joke, but here it isn't. Or if the console or emulator were to lag, which could affect the timing. Well, song timing is important with these songs. They are like your feeling for the scene. Don't Hard Disk Man, they'll suck the soul out of him. That might be true too. First translation released yesterday. Now available in French. Okay. But yeah, really nice that you're doing translations too. In this casino scene, we don't want the sequence to pause, so we made the behavior configurable through the game's sec.io interface. Okay, so even this version has some custom code to it. If you set the sec.io variable is set to 0, the tempo change is skipped. Is this like how Nintendo 64 works, or if like your framework works like this? Like, is there some built-in like song interface in Nintendo 64? Music interface. Also used another sec.io variable to let the game enable the lead-in bass beat only in this setting. Okay. This is one of the most complex songs in the game, yeah, that's for sure. Musically and technically. Sec.io is a feature of Vanilla Ocarina of Time, so it's Ocarina of Time code, not hardware stuff. It's not used in this way, as far as I know. But it is, I guess, used for some of the, like, dynamic music in that. I'm now thinking, what part of Ocarina of Time is dynamic music? There is some, but I can't get it to my head right now what it is. I'm gonna play one more round with All Out, or as close as All Out as I can. I'm gonna get rid of my precious tingle and try to get very unlikely 4 rupees. Oh, I did get it. Oh, you loser. What a shit hand. Gerudo Valley theme does stuff with sec.io. I haven't figured out the purpose of it. I don't know. Because that's not very dynamic to in my memory at least. You know, I'm not the one in prison, so I can leave. And I'll check out the other bonus. And now that I know, I'm gonna restart the game to do this. Small price for making the 50 rupees in the casino. Is it now a bit too late? Is it gonna reset if I go back? It's not that hard to make the 50 rupees. I should have asked before I went out. I really blew it, yeah. Oh, my rupees got saved. So, let's play a bit more. I have some precious tingles here. I'm gonna make this 3. I don't trust my luck anymore so much. Okay, it's a 3 of a kind. That's not very valuable. Oh, I won! I don't remember poker well enough to... I thought 2 pairs were better than 3 of a kind. But it wasn't. I'll just keep my links. It doesn't look too promising. Yeah, it's a mess of a hand. And Ingo is being very aggressive with the rupees. Okay, I had tingles again, so that's a good feeling. I have the advanced tactics. Oh fuck, it's 5 tingles! I should have bet more. I should have bet on Tingle and his good feelings. Never seen that many. I think even in Wind Waker there's only 4. Yep, I'm gonna bet on Tingle again. Don't let me down. 3, that's good. That's a good amount of tingles. 1 pair. Oh. Alright, you're good. I'll tell you another secret then. More. Oh, it's a Ganondorf. Gossip. You know the prosecutor Dragmire. When he's on screen, press on the D-pad. Okay. Up, down, down, left, right, B. And something just happened. It's not quite the Konami code. Let's take a screenshot of this. You're playing Voice Stranger again. Okay, with that knowledge, let's see what the hell is that. Oh, no, not continue. I'm gonna see if the next extra has Ganondorf in it. Game mode is only super quiet. Oh, what did I do? Oh. Maybe it's now fixed? Is it better now? Yep. Okay, I'm gonna connect the next game, but I will make sure to see the Drachmire scene before I quit. But I'm gonna do this first. So I'm gonna remove the thing from my transfer pack. Then reset. Let's do hard reset. Get the right ROM, card. Oracle of Seasoning. Oh, this, by the way, 2 Oracle games work on the same thing. Okay. Well, that's plenty of extras. It was just my... I made up the both games adding something. I really can't say that there weren't enough extras. Please make more. Because this is many times more that's reasonable to ask. And yeah, less than 10 extras. Not worth my money. But hey, let's look at the Ganondorf scene. What would be a good one? Let's do... I think this might be special, but it might work still. Let's try this if it works. Probably it works. There he is. I said that this game doesn't have the Ganondorf's tennis event, but this is kind of back and forth. This is like a spoken version of the Magic Orb tennis. So let's do up, up, down, down, left, right, B. Oh, we got a new villain. This is a scary one. So that YouTube comment too, I think that was from my brain. But maybe I absorbed it through YouTube without even knowing. Little Easter egg, it's a Easter moon. Try pressing something wrong. Yeah, what does the moon do with that? Like the murder weapon. Yeah, but he has oh, not hold it. No. Okay, it's because I have a badge. I am the moon and I judge this evidence unworthy. I guess I can't argue with that. Nobody can. No, nobody can do that. Yeah. This is I'm never gonna be able to get this character of the from the matter of my brain. What a combination. He's fantastic. But hey, with Moonendorf here on the screen, I unfortunately need to end it for tonight. This was the perfect length, by the way. This is like where I would have ended if I ran out of time. But I didn't run out of time. I did what I wanted. All of the bonus were good, but the Link's Awakening court case, that was mind-blowing. But you know, I gotta end here. I tried to look for another real-life Zelda enemy, but it turns out there aren't any real red-eyed bats. Yeah, I had fun indeed. Thank you once for making that fantastic thing. But here's a bat that has red in its name. It's a Eastern red bat. It's pretty cute, isn't it? But hey, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here again, Roadrunner. And thanks for the fantastic music. But yeah, that's it for now. Makes the bats are keys joke, but keys is based on the key the bat makes in Japanese. Yeah. Yeah, every Japanese animal makes a different noise than what they make on the other side of the world. In Finnish, bats don't really make a sound. There's not like official Finnish sound for bats. But in Finnish, cats say meow and dogs say how. Thank you much more. They go hello. Yeah. There's only like one species of bats in Finland. They are pretty small. But they're cool. But hey, thank you once more. For now, good night. And bye-bye. Here's one perfect rhyme for you.